The views expressed on this program do not necessarily reflect those of this station. Welcome to Insights into Northeast Michigan. This is a Channel 11 News public affairs program dealing with the issues affecting those in the community as well as Northeast Michigan and the state. And now, Insights.
I'm Annie Taylor, and today on Insights, we're going to go into the Alpena Habitat for Humanity Restore and talk with the director, Mike Wilson. He's going to tell us all about the projects going around in Alcona and Alpena County, and also let you know how you can get involved with Habitat for Humanity. So come on in. Mike Wilson joined the Habitat for Humanity family only 2 years ago. Habitat for Humanity is a Christian organization established to help people who could not otherwise afford simple, decent, affordable housing.
We work in this area of Northeast Michigan to work with volunteers and other organizations to help people experience first the love of God, and in doing so help meet their basic need of affordable, decent, safe housing.
And when did it get started?
Habitat got started in 1976 officially. A gentleman named Millard Fuller established Habitat for Humanity, first in the area of Atlanta, Georgia. The first house was actually built in 1976, the first Habitat house in that part of the state. And since then, of course, there's been hundreds of thousands of homes built for what we call partner families.
Mm-hmm. So it's been around for some time now.
It's been around for some time. Habitat for Humanity is the 6th largest home builder in the nation right now. So we have Habitat for Humanity in every state in our country, and it's also in 90 countries throughout the world.
And it's a nonprofit organization?
And it's a nonprofit organization. We are a 501c3 organization. So when people donate, and we'll talk about that later, when people donate to Habitat for Humanity, it is a tax-deductible contribution that goes to the ministry to help people in the area of providing housing.
Right. Now, how did you get started in all of this?
I got started 2.5 years ago by being hired as the executive director for Habitat for Humanity in Alpena, and I've really been just blessed by the opportunity, the challenges to work for Habitat here in Northeast Michigan. A year ago, we joined forces and merged with Alcona County, so now we actually service Alpena County and Alcona County as an affiliate to do the work of the ministry for Habitat in this area of the state.
Mm-hmm. Now, what is your role within Habitat for Humanity at this Alpena Restore?
Well, and in the Restore that we're sitting in today, I'm the manager of the Restore, but I have a fantastic staff of people that do a lion's share of the work. We have a fantastic team of both staff and volunteers that really make it happen here. Rick Cecil is our assistant manager and has been with us for a couple of years now too, and is just doing a fantastic job in organizing the store and working with the volunteers and the other staff members to keep it as neat and organized and accessible to people. We've also been just hugely blessed with community support. The Restore is here, and we'll talk more, and I think in a little while, about that and see some more of the areas of the Restore. Is here to support as a revenue source so that we can build affordable homes, that we can help in emergency home repairs and do a lot of those things as a ministry to our community.
Right. Now, will you please tell the audience what the mission for Habitat for Humanity is?
The mission is to share the love of God by working with volunteers to provide simple, decent, and affordable housing to our area and to our communities. And it is also one of our basic principles is to carry the gospel of the Lord Jesus Christ to our community by demonstrating that love, by doing, by reaching out, by impacting families who are in need.
Now, how does Habitat for Humanity, or just the Restore in general, help the economy or local businesses of Alpena?
Well, it does a variety of things. The Restore actually is a place where people can bring their unwanted items that are are reusable and for people to place in their homes and to use in home improvement projects. And we have a lot of those going on. A lot of people frequent our Restore to look for cabinetry and the things we'll see here in a little bit. It also helps our community in that Habitat as a whole, when we build a home or put a family into a home, that home becomes part of the tax base for our community. So that it's actually, putting dollars into the community, because our homeowners, once they're in a Habitat home, they pay property taxes, and of course many of them have jobs in which they're supporting the community by putting back into the community, providing other jobs for people. So it's helping build the economic base of our community. We help the business industry in that we also, when we're building, especially new construction, we are required to use licensed contractors. So we were working with licensed contractors too in different aspects of the build, whether they're plumbers.
And are they donating their time?
Very much so. Of course, there are material costs, but many times they are either donating their time, their labor, and/or they're giving us a very huge discounted rate so that we can build an affordable house and give it to or enter into a mortgage, I should say, with a family that's been selected.
When we come back, Mike Wilson will talk more about the Restore and how it serves the community. All right, we're back talking with Mike Wilson, the director of Habitat for Humanity. Now, Mike, I want to discuss the affiliates of Habitat for Humanity. They have affiliates that help benefit the organization. Will you tell me a little bit about that?
Sure. Habitat for Humanity International is the umbrella organization for Habitat. And if a group of people want to become part of Habitat for Humanity, they will contact Habitat International and say, we'd like to do that, and there's a process of becoming what we call an affiliate. We're affiliated with Habitat International, and we go under and work in agreement with their policies as far as making things happen in communities in the name of Habitat for Humanity. And so back in 1989, here in Alpena, a group of people got together, many of them still involved today, and decided they wanted to do the work of Habitat for Humanity in Alpena and the surrounding area. So in 1989, our affiliate was established with Habitat International. And today, and I mentioned previously that we were called Habitat for Humanity Alpena area, and with the merger with Alcona County and their affiliate down there, we became one affiliate, and that affiliate now is called Habitat for Humanity Northeast Michigan.
Oh, okay. So now, how does it incorporate local businesses? Does it incorporate local businesses having those affiliates?
Yes, because the affiliates rely on donations and support from the community to do the work of the ministry. And so we work with not only businesses, which are key to what we want to accomplish, because they help us with donations of material, supplies, expertise, labor, and all of those things are donated when it comes to building new homes and maybe rehabbing existing homes. So the business are involved in many different ways, as are service groups and organizations that come in different ways to support affiliate work. And also I have to mention the area churches that are involved. that come and bring support through providing volunteers and resources to make things happen.
Will you tell me a little bit about churches who come up here and volunteer, or even around here who volunteer?
Yeah, well, to highlight the youth group that came up, we had 18 youth and 4 adults that come up to do a week-long mission, they called it, here, and they partnered with us and with Word of Life Baptist Church to identify certain projects for the week, and they worked for 5 days in a row on different projects to help. And one of the projects we had them involved with was actually making some improvements here in the Restore, and also part of one of the buildings we have as part of our community garden. So that was one of the things that one of the churches did, and we had connection locally with that group, and they came and spent a week with us, and that was fabulous. We have also another group that helped and has been partnering with us now for part of this year through Resurrection Life Church in Alpena. They have a ministry that they call Go Ministries, G-O, Go. And they actually go and do the work of the ministry and meet the needs of people. And I know as of today, they have helped over 200 people since January 1st in a variety of ways. They helped us with building a handicap ramp for a single mom with a young child, and they did that earlier this year. And it was not only did they provide the manpower, but they provided the financial resources to make that happen for that family.
Moving towards the Restore Center that we're in right now, this is a very big store. Does every Habitat for Humanity town, I guess you could say, or where a Restore is, do they all have that available?
Not all of them. In Michigan, we were talking about affiliates. There are 76 affiliates throughout the state of Michigan. There are like 2,400 affiliates in the country. In Michigan, there are about 45 Restores. So there are about 45 different Habitat affiliates that operate Restores to help bring revenue to the organization. And you can see that we have been blessed with a lot of wonderful donations, and from household goods to electrical supplies to plumbing and heating equipment. So we are very fortunate and blessed that here in Northeast Michigan we have the Restore to help in the ministry and to bring the resources and donations to us.
Right. Now, will you explain what a Restore is? It has a lot of stuff in it right now.
A Restore, a Habitat Restore is that place where anybody in the community, it's open to the general public. A lot of times people think, oh, it's just for contractors, or it's just for Habitat homeowners, and we have to get the word out and encourage and remind people that Habitat Restore is open to the public, and it's here. And one of the main things that the Restore does is in recycling. Through recycling, we recycle things instead of having them go to the landfill. We reuse appliances and a variety of things, home decor items, windows, blinds, shutters, on and on. As you can see, there's just a lot of things that are brought here, and people have a chance to come in and purchase at an affordable rate. So we're keeping things out of the landfill and not just thrown away. So people can contact us, and we have the ability to, of course, receive it if they bring it to the store during our business hours, but also we have a truck and staff that can come out and make...
And deliver it, or pick it up?
Do pickups.
Oh, okay.
And we also can do deliveries, too, for a small fee.
How does this get used for projects that you guys do?
Well, some of the donations are like, say, electrical supplies and things that are donated from businesses, and paints. We're standing next to a huge supply of paint. Are used, of course, directly into our remodeling projects and to our Habitat builds. Right. So that's kind of a direct use. But if someone comes and buys something for their own use, that revenue goes into the ministry to help us prepare for that next home or that next remodel or that emergency home repair.
I was able to go out and see the lady off River Street who you guys built a ramp for. And I know that you teamed up with the fire department, the city fire department in Alpena. How did that work out? And I know the ramp was a donated ramp, correct?
The ramp was donated to the Restore, and in that case, it was such a wonderful donation that we were waiting for the right opportunity to place that. And in that case, we did not charge the homeowner for that, and the fire department and their staff came alongside and partnered with us to place that. That was a huge donation. It was 36 foot of aluminum ramp structure that we could put in place in one day.
When we come back, we'll discuss how you can be involved with Habitat for Humanity and make a difference in your community. Welcome back to Insights. I'm Annie Taylor, still with Mike Wilson, the director of Habitat for Humanity Restore. Now, I want to discuss, this is the end of the program, about how people can get involved with Habitat for Humanity, or at least partner to have a house be built, or like before, a ramp to be built for them, anything like that.
Right. Well, we have a pretty simple process that we ask people to follow. If they're interested in partnering with us, we do emphasize that it's a partnership. They can contact our administrative office, which is in the First Presbyterian Church in Alpena, across from the Holiday Inn, or they can call us at 356-3509. And we'd be glad to send them an application or an interest letter that gives some of the basic information as far as how they need to qualify to become a partner family. That's the beginning of the process. Once they complete their application and send it back to us, we then take that application and review it, and we have our family selection committee, which is a group of our board of directors and volunteers who we review each application to make sure that it's complete, make sure we have all the information we need to make a decision on that. We consider a partner family the one that has ability to partner, of course has a need that can't be met otherwise, and has the ability to work and repay. A partner family who would like to have a Habitat home has to do a couple things if they qualify. They have to put in, if it's a husband and wife couple, they have to put in 500 hours of sweat equity in the construction or the remodeling, rehab of the home that they're going to purchase. They also have to have the ability to enter in financially into a mortgage. Our mortgages for Habitat are zero interest and can go up to as long as 20 to 25 years. So it's a real affordable way to get a good, affordable, decent, efficient, energy efficient home. But we have to look at people that are not going to be burdened by having a mortgage payment. So a lot of people think that Habitat is a free house to a family that happens to just be at the right place at the right time, but it is an application process.
It is a misconception that either the family, might be on welfare, or they're not even putting time into receiving this home, they're just getting it. And I think that's a really great point that you're making, is that they are putting the time and effort into having their home and making sure that they can maintain their home and successfully pay for, what's next after you guys leave. So
that's correct. We try to, in every family that we partner with, is provide also some educational information as far as budgeting, home repair. What's it take to keep a home, and of course, most importantly, the basis of faith. That they're establishing their home upon a foundation. That's what we really try to encourage people. And I know the question out there is also, well, do you have to be a Christian to apply and work with Habitat? No, not at all. We don't have limitations like that. We just encourage people that there is a way to build a strong home and a strong family, and we want to work with those type of families and mentor them as much as we can.
That's what I was going to actually ask next. You know, how does that factor in the religious aspect of it? Can those people still come to the church and get their applications? And is their process the same as someone else's?
Absolutely. Everything's the same. That is not, of course, because of rights.
Right.
We can't select against that people with or without a background in faith. So no, we don't. I mean, it's this very same process, and they contact us the very same way as anyone else. So it's really important that people understand that if they feel like they could afford to enter into a mortgage and can provide us the information as far as their current income and their credit history, we'll be glad to review that application. And the same process is true even if they're looking for need a handicap ramp to service their immediate needs as a family. They own a home, but they've fallen into a situation where someone needs access to that home that requires a wheelchair. That's very important that they know that they can contact us and see if we can have them qualify and partner with us in that way.
Now, I recently came to the dedication ceremony off of the house you guys finished off of Bosley Street for a woman and her children. Will you tell us a little bit about that family and how maybe they got started into this and the work that she put into it? Because that story was so touching, and I'm so thankful that you allowed me to be there for that. But the home was beautiful too.
Yeah, that was the family in that case did what I said, and that was. But it's a lengthy process. She applied a year ahead of time, thinking she had this goal of getting her children into a home. They were renting and had challenges regarding that. And she was able to make application and prove the sustainability of income to support the mortgage that she'd be entering into. And then she was required to put 250 hours of what we call sweat equity work into her home. And so when that was a minor repair in that case in that home, so she was in there doing a lot of the painting, some of the outside work with our construction supervisor, to accumulate those hours so that she would qualify and as a partner and be able to go into the home when she did there a few weeks ago. Right,
and she was obviously very excited about it. I know her kids were too. They're shy little boys, they're there. But before we go, because we have to wrap up, people in the community, how can they help and maybe come out to those homes and put in some sweat equity, as you call it?
We have so many opportunities for people to volunteer with our organization. Anything from being considered to become a board of directors. We have a volunteer board of directors that oversees all of our ministry and all of our staff. We have, of course, the build projects, the ramps that often those requests come to us, and so we need the volunteer base, and so people who can swing a hammer or put lumber together or even do demolition work, they can volunteer. People who want to spend some time in the restore, we utilize volunteers here and need volunteers all the time to contribute. So the list goes on and on as far as the opportunities that we have.
Is there a website or a phone number that people can call?
The phone number would be our office number, 989-356-3509, that they would contact, and we just ask them to make a simple volunteer application and get that to us, and we'll be in contact with them. And we're always trying to coordinate volunteers, and again, it's for both Alpena and Alcona counties.
Perfect. Well, thank you so much for your time today. The Habitat Restore is located on 5th Avenue in Chisholm in Alpena. But that will do it for this edition of Insights. You can catch us next Sunday at 11. Thanks for watching.
Insights into Northeast Michigan has been a Channel 11 News public affairs program. If you have any comments, suggestions, or topics you would like to see on a future show, please email us at the web address on the screen. This has been a production of Thunder Bay Broadcasting Corporation. All rights reserved.